People, Deluded, I'm back again. A quick one, I'm not trying to be here long. Now on the transfer front, you've got AFC Bell on Twitter. I hope he's right saying Partey is going to land. Gabriel looks like a formality now. Ceballos, every now and again, Ceballos and Real Madrid talks with Arsenal are back on in relation to doing some sort of deal. There's the same old recycled sort of rumours are rearing its head. Aouar as well, whether that happens or not, that seems to be dream chasing, small hope, but you never know. In relation to the transfer news, people, apparently Rafinha Alcantar's priority is a destination in the Premier League. Apparently Everton, Arsenal and West Ham are all possible destinations. He's available for 14 million and isn't in Ronald Koeman's plans at Barcelona. Now he's been linked with us for day. I mean, if you can bring his brother, fair enough. Like, he's a decent player, but I think we should steer clear of that. He's a decent player. He's fairly versatile with a lot of roles. 14 million isn't the biggest, but I don't think, other than complementing the side in terms of depth, he's not going to undoubtedly improve us. And he has got a decent injury record, or I say decent, he has got a bit of a negative injury record, and obviously the wages. And I don't care about money, but it's like, if you're bringing in a man for the outlay, make sure the balances are what they're offering on the field. And I don't think he's a rubbish player. I think he'll benefit the squad well, but you might as well just steer clear of that, people. Moving away from that though, and it's, as you lot know, Freddie Ljungberg is left, so it could be one Swede in, one Swede out. Apparently Arteta wants to employ a set piece coach, and you can't underestimate that. Liverpool were mocked for bringing in set piece coaches and throwing coaches, and these small little margins help make the difference for them, and that's the way the game's going. I genuinely believe in football. You might have a man, you already do say it, but you might have a manager, but you might have a man that just deals with set pieces, a man that just deals with throw-ins, a man that just deals with the defensive shape of the defenders, the midfielders, what they need to do, and the strikers, and the manager will be the guy who does training and marries them all together, but you'll have specialists. This seems to be the way the game's working. I don't mind that, because we've conceded a lot of goals from set pieces. The one that stays with me vividly is us switching off for Toby Alderweireld against Spurs. Undoubtedly, I actually feel we've improved, scoring from set pieces and things like that, and stuff. But we can see too many. So I'm all on bringing a set piece coach. Can we improve defensively and not scoring these goals? Not conceding. Can we keep, doing our thing and scoring more goals? So I'm all on that, people. I'm all on that, because every little bit helps us to think differently defensively. But for what it's worth, Mikel Arteta is keen on making Brentford coach and set piece specialist Andreas Gregerson part of his backroom staff at Arsenal. The Spaniard wants to add to his coaching staff and is now set to step up that process following the departure of Freddie Ljungberg. A formal move for the Swede is still in its early stages, but Arsenal are keen to make him part of their setup. Grayson has a growing reputation and currently works at Brentford as their head of set pieces and individual development. Prior to that, he had been working at Malmo as an assistant coach. So I don't mind that. If he can help us defend better from these situations and score better and just do his bit to give Arteta little nuggets to move this club forward, I don't mind that. I really don't mind that. Brentford have a lot of specialists and great coaching staff. So if you've been there, you've done your thing. And Brentford, Malmo, that looks good on the CV for me. Welcome aboard, sort of thing. Some Brentford forums and fan pages are saying this is already done. Again, I don't know if they know anything and stuff. I'm just speculating on what I saw, because that's what I saw online. But it is what it is. Away from that though, apparently, the Athletic are reporting there's been another departure from Arsenal. Amish Manek leaves after 5 years at the club. Apparently he had been first team operations manager since 2018 and was previously head of academy operations. So again, it's just helping streamline our club as to where we can fit better and how we can manage our processes better. So we'll see what happens in that regards. Apparently PSG are looking at former Arsenal player Ismail Benassia and also current Arsenal player Matteo Guendouzi as their first choice target. Milinkovic-Savic will likely be too expensive. That's a signing that happens in Football Manager. For Guendouzi, it could be a move back to PSG. They're Champions League finalists. Commiserations based on yesterday. It's a big team. I think his personality will suit in well there. I think he can be, I like Guendouzi. I think he can develop. I think there's a player there. PSG have got a bit of bob to spend. We could probably get our full arts price there. Benassia, Guendouzi and Benassia are two different players. I think one looks better as a sort of 6 in front of the defence, and one can long-term play as 6. I think right now one maybe looks better as a 4 or an 8. But I think they're both different profiles, but they'll both be very decent players, and they should both be in Arsenal squad. So we'll see what happens. keeping up the theme with French midfielders or players that have played for France at some level, whether they've gone off and changed anything, or players with East African, better yet, East African heritage. You know, Houssem Aouar now, you know, Houssem Aouar in Arsenal seems to be the flavour of the month, you know. Every team is interested in him and they should be, and I would love him at Arsenal. He's a signing that, while I think people that haven't watched him are sensationalising him a bit, he's a great player, but you know, if you've watched Lyon this season, at times he has struggled for consistency, but he is a great player and he will go on to be a world-class player in my opinion, and I would love him. I do think it's a bit of a fantasy, but I hope Edu can work some magic. Apparently 2 important clubs have shown concrete interest in the Lyon midfielder. Sources close to Lyon indicate Juventus have not yet made an official offer for him and are not one of the clubs. So again, you know, we heard Arsenal put an offer. Is there somebody else? Again, hopefully there's positive news on that front, but I'm not going to hold my breath personally, people. So in relation to the transfer news, that's it that I have to speak about, people. So yeah, man, like I said, please stay well, please stay safe. For now, DG, I'm out.